I'm Brian Bender, and let's queer up politics. 4 accuse out Utah Democrat Eva Lopez Chavez of sexual assault amid her congressional run. 4 women have accused Salt Lake City Council Member Eva Lopez Chavez of sexual assault as she runs for Congress in Utah's newly drawn First Congressional District. The accusers, who are colleagues from her political career, shared their accounts with Salt Lake Tribune, which confirmed portions of their stories. Lopez Chavez has denied all allegations, saying she is shocked by the allegations and is ready to go through a polygraph test if requested. Among the accusers is Council Member Victoria Petro, who alleges that at a 2022 wedding, Lopez Chavez grabbed her throat, pushed her against a pillar, and said, quote, "The only reason I still fuck men is because a woman hasn't shown me what I really want," end quote. Petro says she reported the incident to Council Chair Alejandro Puy, who has confirmed that Petro told him at the time. State Senator Jen Plumb alleges Lopez Chavez pushed her against a wall and grabbed her buttocks, asking, quote, "You're sure you're straight?" end quote. State Representative Hoang Nguyen says Lopez Chavez climbed on top of her car, demanding a kiss. Ooh. Campaign worker Maggie Regier also alleges unwanted physical contact at a 2019 event. Lopez Chavez's lawyer, Greg Skordas, has denied all allegations. Lopez Chavez has called for a fair and independent investigation while continuing her campaign. Utah's primary election is scheduled for June 23rd. Wow, girl. Wow. You are one horny lady.
Right.
If this is true, allegedly. Right. Allegedly.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to claim that I'm nonpartisan, so it is very disappointing when I see that it's a Democrat.
Yeah.
But, you look at places like California and Eric Swalwell, and he was so good looking. I mean, so I don't think good looking people should be having these scandals. But anyway, but he was actually also dating like a Chinese spy at one time. Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
But anyway, my ADHD.
Not a boring life he leads.
Not a boring life. So I just want to say, girl, you are horny and you need to get a girlfriend, get into a polycule, as the kids call it in Portland. Something, like I get that you want to have sex. I get it. We all do. But that's not the way to go about it. Or is she just
intimidating? And,
Is that what it is? I don't know, because I'm not one of those kind of people. Somebody called me vanilla the other day, and I was being as rough as I possibly could.
Part of me makes me wonder if these were things like at events, if maybe there might have been alcohol. I can't believe I'm saying
but
this.
I think alcohol brings out who you
I know,
really
but
are
I'm
anyway.
worried that if that's the case, she should go into treatment and that this can be fixed.
But we're also at least trying to be conditioned, and I think it's a good thing. I think we ought to be conditioned to do this to at first, at least consider the victim. Of
course.
Yeah.
Now, there's also the presumption of innocence. So there's a thing to balance. But she's not guilty until a jury for a peer says she is. But in the meantime, you also can't dismiss. When people say I've been hurt or bothered or whatever. So it's a complicated thing. But if it turns out that she's done it, it's just not okay to assault anyone ever.
And I do hope that a fair and independent investigation can take place and that the issue is resolved one way or the other.
Yeah, and if she's falsely accused, I hope she gets justice. I hope she gets to sue or whatever, And,
it would be one thing if it was like, Republican operatives coming out against her, but these are actually former staffers. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel that there's a different dynamic when it's people on your team that are making those allegations. I'm saying all allegedly. We don't know that she really did any of this. Right. But all I'm saying is sorry for the victims, and I'm sorry about whatever it is that she's dealing with. Mm-hmm. I was going to make a little joke, but I'm just going to say I'm sorry with what she's dealing with, and sounds like a very frustrated lady. And let's, after you get your legal issues settled, get yourself a vibrator. Have a good night.
There's the joke.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.